California, whereas I don't know if you feel that weird energy in the room, but as of today, we are open for business. We are officially now at 100% capacity. There are no limits. There's no distancing requirements everywhere you go. In fact, the only place that isn't open for business is this show. That's right. I'm still doing jokes for 23 members of an all-hostage staff. But everywhere else, you know, we can finally breathe for 2 days before fire season starts back up again. Here in LA, we have a lot to look forward to now that the COVID restrictions have been lifted. We welcome back being stuck on the 405, waiting 2 hours in line at an amusement park, parking spot fights, desperately trying to get a bartender to see you, a guy behind you yelling at the movie screen, long, sweaty hugs, walking through clouds of pot smoke at the playground, tripping over bird scooters out front of your house, and, of course, the smell of a coworker microwaving fish. Welcome back, friends. Welcome. We missed you terribly. Now, if you see a white woman screaming in Trader Joe's, she's not an anti-masker. She's just mad they're out of oat milk. It's going to be a magical summer. I woke up this morning thinking about, remember this lady who positioned herself outside the Baskin-Robbins? This brave woman, I'm assuming, died to get California's economy going against. Thank you, Screechy Ice Cream Karen. Your sacrifice was not in vain. Right, Guillermo? Oh, Guillermo's sick again tonight. Guillermo's sick again tonight, yeah. The Dodgers have their first full-capacity game of the season tonight. Coincidentally, Guillermo is sick. I wonder if this is going to catch on in L.A. The fans were back at Wrigley Field this weekend in Chicago, and they did something I've not seen before. You ever try to figure out who started the wave? I don't know. I once went on like a deep dive in the internet. Let's remember this, because this could be like the next wave. This is a phenomenon that seems to date back to 2019 at Wrigley Field, where a fan or fans, I'm not sure who or how many, took it upon themselves to start stacking cups, the beer cups, the clear plastic ones they sell the Budweiser in. They stacked them up as high as they could. And then, but the cup stack, this got cut off by COVID because people stopped going to the games, and so they stopped stacking cups until this from the Cubs-Cardinals game at Wrigley on Sunday. The fans were so happy to be back, they formed this, I don't know how long it was, but they call it, some call it a beer snake, some call it a cup snake. It is a snake made out of cups. So I guess the message is we're not worried about COVID at all anymore, because someone counted it up. They estimate this snake represents $30,000 worth of beer. And apparently the Cubs don't like it. Barstool Sports started selling these cup snake shirts. They're banned now from Wrigley Field. The security at Wrigley has been confiscating the cups. Not just confiscating, but look at this guy, angrily taking those cups away. I guess, give me those cups, you stacker. I guess the beer sometimes spills on the other fans, but in a way, I feel like they're penalizing people for cleaning up the stadium, right? I mean, I say let the people stack their cups. After all we've been through, is that really so bad? I mean, let's not forget, like a year ago, 1 year ago today, priests were baptizing babies with water guns, okay? Who's a little cup stacking gonna hurt? Even Dr. Fauci was out last night partying it up at Black Flamingo in New York. There he is. In New York, as more people are taking public transportation again, they've seen a sharp increase in subway cars caked with feces, garbage, blood, and vomit. So in other words, New York City is back, everybody. Hey, speaking of human excrement, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene did something unusual. Something unusual for her. She apologized. You remember last month when she compared congresspeople having to wear masks to the House to Jews having to wear the Star of David during the Holocaust? Well, yesterday, Klan Mom paid a visit to the Holocaust Museum in D.C., and I guess the field trip did some good because she apologized.
The horrors of the Holocaust are something that some people don't even believe happened.
Yeah. But she's here to finally set the record straight. It did happen, and it was bad. It's amazing what a little education could do. She now knows as much about the Holocaust as every sixth grader in Washington, D.C. Quick, build a climate change museum, too. But the important thing here is that Marjorie Taylor Greene said she's sorry, and she is sorry. She might be the sorriest excuse for a congresswoman we've ever had. Next, she's planning a visit to the National Air and Jewish Space Laser Museum. Yesterday, I mentioned this yesterday. It was Donald Trump's 75th birthday yesterday. They had a little get-together at Trump's club in Bedminster last night, and his son, DJ TJ, posted video of that event on Instagram.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mr. President. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, look at that. What a party. All the best people were there. Although I couldn't help but notice his wife wasn't. It's his 75th birthday. This is a big birthday. Where's Melania? Wouldn't it be great if she ran off with Hunter Biden? Where's Melania? Wait, where's Hunter? I don't know if you saw this, but Batman was trending yesterday after reports that a sex scene got axed from the upcoming season of Harley Quinn, which is an animated series on HBO Max. The creators wrote a scene in which Batman performs oral sex on Catwoman, but the gang at DC Comics said, no way. And the reason they gave is they said, heroes don't do that. DC is so PC. They really are. Of course heroes do that. You think James Bond doesn't do that? You think Mr. T doesn't do that? I pity the fool who thinks he doesn't do that. For God's sake, Mr. Rogers probably did that. Batman has all those gadgets. Of course he does that. In that suit, it's the only sex act he can perform. I love that they were outraged by this, but not a peep about Bruce Wayne keeping a teenage ward in his cave. The whole reason Batman exists is because it wasn't safe to go downtown in Gotham. By the way, you know how you can tell Batman was having sex in your bed? You find the words pow, bam, and splat laying all over the place. It's a joke for the old school Batman fans. We're now a little more than a month away from the Summer Olympics in Tokyo, where most of the people who live there are less than thrilled about the idea of hosting the games. Only 5% of the population is vaccinated in Japan right now, and because of that, one of the traditions at the Olympic Village is being threatened. Organizers will typically, they'll give out condoms to the athletes, but this time there's a catch. According to Olympic officials, the distribution of condoms is not for use at the athletes' village, but to have athletes take them back to their home countries to raise awareness. Raise awareness of condoms. Countrymen, gather around. This is a latex balloon designed to capture baby batter. Behold. This is crazy. Some people have been training their whole lives to have sex at the Olympics. It's not fair. So the Olympics start in just about 5 weeks, and I wonder if anyone is really aware that they're coming at all. So we went out on the street today and we asked people. We get people from all over the world here in Hollywood. We asked them to give us their review of the Olympics so far, even though, as I said, they have not started. But did that stop people from saying they're watching? Of course it did not in tonight's edition of Eyewitness News.
Hey, been watching the Olympics?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Annette, have you been watching the Olympics?
Yeah.
Have you been enjoying them?
The Tokyo ones, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick, have you been watching the Olympics?
I have been.
You've been enjoying them?
I do, yeah.
Of course, the big story, Caitlyn Jenner returning to compete for the United States in the decathlon as a woman. How did that make you feel, seeing her up there competing?
I think it was amazing. It was a big step forward for women across America. It was definitely a beautiful thing, especially seeing of her stature to competing in the decathlon. I know that takes years of hard work, dedication, athleticism. I think it was amazing someone like her, you know, compete at such a high level.
Anything you want to say to her to give her some encouragement? Look right in there.
Mrs. Jenner, keep doing what you're doing. You're amazing. Salute you, all women of America. Thank you.
Which Olympic sports have you been watching?
Figure skating.
Wonderful. So you must have seen Nancy Harding win that bronze with her torn ACLU.
Correct.
Would you like to wish Nancy Harding a speedy recovery on her ACLU?
Yes, I
Look
would.
right in there and let her know.
Nancy Harding, congratulations on your speedy recovery and congratulations.
Who have you been watching with?
My boyfriend.
Have you been watching water polo?
Mm-hmm. Bits of it.
Did it make you sad when all the ponies drowned?
Yeah.
We're talking to people about the Olympics. You've been watching?
I've been watching a little bit, little highlights, things like that.
You see Usain Bolt win that big race?
I see it. I really did. I saw it was just a little bit of it.
Yeah. No one really thought he was going to win. He was racing against Greg Fast
Some
and
younger people, yeah.
Len Quicken and that Russian Harry Runs a Ton.
Yeah, I was impressed that he still worked.
How do you think they're doing with the Olympics?
In all honesty, I haven't watched it myself.
Have you seen some of the highlights and stuff?
None at all. So I'm probably not going to help. However, I have heard that it's good.
You have some friends who have been watching it?
No. Well, yes, a little bit.
Which friends?
Friends from like family friends.
Which family friend?
Mom's side.
Your mom's side?
Yep.
Relative?
Yep.
What's their name?
Sandy.
Sandy. Sandy's been watching it?
Yep.
And what sports does Sandy like in the Olympics?
Shot put.
Shot put. Of all the sports, Sandy likes shot put. If you like that video, click subscribe and we'll be together until one of us dies.